everybody? I'm here today to tell you how to tell if your car engine is bad. This will be a video on engine repair, and if you think that your car engine is bad or blown or problematic, this is the video for you because I will be going over 8 things that are signs and symptoms of a truly bad engine in which it will likely need some sort of serious repair, okay? Let's get right into the video. Not every sign and symptom means that it needs an expensive repair, but all of these should be looked at. Number 1 is the check engine light comes on. If your car has a check engine light that is constantly coming on, then guess what? That means there's a problem with something related to the engine. Now, there can be many different things that can cause a check engine light to come on, and sometimes it's just a tiny little thing that is super easy to fix, but other times it's like something that's absolutely horrible and really difficult to fix and expensive. So it's definitely something to look into, and it is a sign of an engine that is bad, potentially, okay? Number 2, loss of power. Now, as cars get older, they always lose power. It's almost inevitable because the engines become, they sort of get out of their prime, if you can imagine that. It's like someone running a marathon when they're 20 versus running a marathon when they're 70. They can both run the same marathon, but the pace, the breathing, everything's different. If your car loses a significant amount of power, then it's likely in need of a serious repair and the engine is likely on its way out. A little bit of power, like I would say 5% or less, is totally normal-ish, but more than 5% loss of power, definitely a problem. Number 3, your car engine does not start. It is a serious problem if your engine doesn't start. Now, yes, it can be a small, tiny little thing like a battery or a starter or even an alternator or a fuse. Like, there's many tiny little things that are really easy and inexpensive to fix, but it can also be a major thing. It's something to look into. Number 4 is smoke coming from the exhaust. Now, the color of the smoke coming from the exhaust makes a big difference because there's certain colors of smoke that if they come from the exhaust are little tiny minor things, and other colors of smoke that if they come from the exhaust is something like that's more major. If you're looking and you see like a bluish type of smoke, yeah, that's oil usually being burned, which is can be a pretty serious thing because it could mean that you have a blown valve seal or gasket, some sort of gasket or seal in the engine. So it's something to look into, but it is a sign that your car engine is bad. Number 5, your engine stalls. Whether your engine stalls all the time or just from time to time, it's usually a sign that there's some sort of problem. Now, depending on the engine and why it's stalling, it might be that there's a lack of a spark of some sort, or there's not enough fuel getting to the engine, or there's some sort of problem that is preventing the engine from continuing to run. Now, with that being said, if your engine is stalling consistently, or sometimes, you gotta look into it. It's a really big telltale sign that you have a problem with your engine, that your engine could potentially be bad. Number 6 is loud noises. So if you notice that your engine is producing loud noises, that is something you got to look into because it usually means that your engine might be bad. Now, your loud noises can be things like a ticking sound, which can be a huge problem because that means that your car likely is very low on oil, which means that your car might be burning oil or there might be an oil leak. And if you hear a ticking sound and you potentially see the oil light coming on, pull over, do not keep driving. You need to look at the oil situation and maybe top it off. But any loud noises, knocking, ticking, grinding, usually a bad sign that the engine is going bad. Number 7, weird smells. This is one that is a telltale sign simply because you know, if you're smelling something that's weird, it usually means something is burning or leaking or making its way through the engine that's not supposed to be. You're not supposed to smell weird things. It's, you know, like if you smell something that's weird, look into it as soon as possible. It usually means that your engine is going bad. Number 8, the engine runs roughly. If your engine is shaking like this, if you're accelerating and it's like and it's really running roughly, then that's a huge sign because something's not right. Now, with all of these signs and symptoms of an engine being bad, it doesn't mean that your engine is bad. It doesn't mean that your engine is damaged beyond repair. It just means that there's something that you got to look into. Sometimes it might be a small $100 repair or even a $10 part that you have to replace yourself. Other times it might cost you upwards of $5,000 to fix the problem. So it just means that when you see these signs and symptoms, you got to look into it. Doesn't mean you got to fix it right away. You got to look into it. But that's it. That is how to tell if your engine is bad. A simple video on engine repair. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.